everybody. It's time for our show again this month. And tonight I want to talk to you about some important things. We do have some people here that are, incidentally, Hall of Fame players. Yeah. I do have Mr. Bruce Royal, and we also have Harley Lamoureux in the studio tonight. So we're going to talk about some things, but I also would like for everyone to just think about something, and I'm going to bring it back up at the end of the show. If you carry hatred in your heart, your life is forever altered. Now, this is something that you really need to think about. It's not just a passing thought. It's something that you really need to think about. There's so much hate in the world. People need to start letting the love in. Start letting the things in that belong there. It's all getting out of hand, folks. And the only way to stop it all is to turn your life over to God. Find out what you're missing. Find out what's out there that you don't know about. These things that are coming up with these kids, it's just crazy, silly stuff nowadays. Everybody's fighting and arguing. Come on, y'all, let's be adults. If you carry hatred in your heart, your life is forever altered. Those words have a lot of meaning. So I want y'all to think about it, and at the end of the show, I'll come back and talk with you about it some more.
Hey everybody, Johnny Van Zandt here from Skinner. Hey, I want you to donate to the Hands and Feet, Westside. Westside's the best side. There you go. It's where I was born at. Anyway, hey, listen, they're feeding homeless vets, homeless people, helping people recover. They're a good organization. Don't forget, donate to the Hands and Feet, Westside. God bless.
Rock and roll, bro. Please donate to the Hands and Feet Foundation Westside today. This ministry is a 501c3 non-for-profit organization. They feed people everyday hot meals. They give away clothes and food, and they also offer a sanctuary and prayer. Donate to the Hands and Feet Foundation on the West Side, Jacksonville, Florida, right there on 103rd Street. God bless you. Tell them American Hearts Radio sent you. We're on a mission from God.
Please visit Hands and Feet Westside, www.facebook.com/handsandfeet.org, or give them a call at 904-465-5083. 904-465-5083.
Are you ready to increase your credit score? We get results. Restore your credit score. Lower your interest. Here at Trinity Credit Counsel and Financial Services, you can repair your credit score today. We specialize in identity theft, medical bills, student loans, public records, tax liens, collectors' accounts, repossessions, evictions, foreclosure judgments, bankruptcy, and much more. Instagram at Tammy Credit Specialists. You don't have to live with bad credit. We get results. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Establish and maintain good credit. Go to www.elitecredit101.com or text your credit to 678-857-64. That's right. Just check out Tammy Dennis-Arnold. Get your credit repaired. Tell them American Hearts Radio sent you. Also, watch Tammy's web television series, Seeds of Financial Abundance. Only on American Hearts Radio WebTV.
Hi, Rich Norton here with Retriever Merchant Solutions. Retriever Merchant Solutions is an independent sales office for Vantiv credit card processing. If you're a small business and you're tired of paying high credit card processing fees with a lot of garbage fees and you're getting terrible service, time to call us. We're a direct processor. We're going to give you better rates, better service, and you'll be happy you're with us. Call 904-434-4635. Just ask for Rich Norton. I'll be blessed and happy to help you.
U.S. Law Shield, protecting the Second Amendment and your rights. That's right, people. Sign up now for a year and get locked in on a fixed rate and get 2 months free when you text American Hearts to 1-281-603-0105 to receive your offer. All attorney fees are covered. 24/7 attorney answered hotline. Civil and criminal trials covered. No caps or reimbursement. U.S. Law Shield. Tell American Hearts Radio sent you. U.S. Law Shield, protecting the Second Amendment and your rights.
Hey y'all, we're are back, and I have today with me, we're going to talk a little bit about the music scene in Jacksonville. I have
Bruce
Royal, and I also have
Coconut Harley.
these men are both in the Hall of Fame, in different places, but they're in the Hall of Fame. That just goes to show you how much they dedicate their lives to the music and the scene here in Jacksonville. Bruce, can you tell me a little bit about where are you indicted in the Hall of Fame? Where did that happen?
It's in Washington, D.C., of course, and it's have enshrined on the second floor of the Martin Luther King Library there downtown. And it's what it is. This is one of the largest libraries in the country. And when I talk about it, I'll joke and everything, but I'm realizing the significance behind this, because what it is, it's an enshrinement of artists, musicians, singers, what have you, that are from there, that had contributed to American music. And I always tell people, for me, I'm grateful because my little name sits amongst some of these people that are from home, like Marvin Gaye, my father's cousin Bobby Womack, Pearl Bailey, Duke Ellington. I'm missing a bunch. Oh, Roberta Flack, Donny Hathaway. I mean, in other words, you could say almost close to a third of some of the Motown artists are, they're from home, and that's just the R&B part of it, and then jazz, and and then there's my little name, and it's like humbling. I'm being honest, very humbling, but I'm grateful. I just, as you see.
He is too humble, because let me tell you, not everybody gets indicted into the Hall of Fame. Harley, how about you? How did you get in there, honey?
Well,
And where from?
I'm actually in San Diego, and it's a Blues Hall of Fame, and Greg Allman's in it, and you've got Chuck Leavell, and a lot of the major blues players. I actually was just, because I played blues, I grew up playing the blues, and then I got more into rock and roll, and then I moved up to Nashville and stuff and did country and rock and roll and blues. But one of the groups of people that I do a lot of work with, we call it Music for Your Soul, and so we're doing a lot of Christian blues. And so we do it at Sturgis. We'll do it next week at Daytona. And so on top of that, we'll do some secular songs, but also we have CDs, and so they don't cost. And they actually have reproduced them for us for like 27 cents a piece. And so they're free, and just like in Daytona, I'll go around to the bars and I'll put them on all the bars, and people will pick them up, and then they get to listen and hear the message. But the music is incredible as anybody's music. It's not like, Southern gospel, which I love, but I mean, it's not that. It's not the hymns.
Right.
Right. It's not just your everyday music you hear all the time on the radio.
That's right. So anyway, that's really a part of it. And then I was out there doing something at the it used to be American Bible Society, and doing some stuff with Chuck Colson and that group, and that's where they came all the way from San Diego. And then the guy that presented me was from Ohio. So he drove over.
Wow.
These people, and just to be able to present it. And so it's just neat. I mean, it's like you said, it's nothing that you can try and plan.
Right.
You can't buy your way in it,
exactly.
And you don't know what's happening, and then it happens.
Well, it's kind of like this. Either you have the talent to be these kind of people, or you don't. These people have the talent. They're very humble in the way that they present themselves, but they do have the talent. They are both excellent musicians. And I don't know what Jacksonville would do without either one of them.
It's been great to be back in Jacksonville.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been here 22 years. And what brought me in to Jax, I'm a former Navy Fleet musician. And I was stationed in Guam. The band was closing, so I had to figure out where I wanted to go. It's a long story with that, but I ended up picking here And see, I had already known the history of here in the West Side,
Yes.
we call, Southern Rock Central. So,
Yeah,
right, so, but I've been here 22 years, and for the 22 years of being here, it's been great. You have your, it's like anything, you have your moments, but, but overall, when you weigh it all out, and like I said, I always say, God got jokes. He brings you, he brings you to places for a reason.
Yeah.
He puts you where you're supposed to be.
Right, right.
And I've always believed that. I talked about this here a while back on a show that I did. And if you just turn your life over to God, you would be surprised at the things that just ease up. Because he takes it on himself, and he takes care of those things for you. And he expects you to get out there and spread his word. Because so many people are lost. They just don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. Jesus Christ is the answer. It's the answer. I'm telling you. I've been there. I've done it. He was the answer. And thank God we all have him in our lives. Because,
Yes.
look, we are a big conglomerate here, just in the studio. We're here at Hands and Feet, and these people actually do get out and help other people. I know a lot of places talk about those kind of things, but they don't really do the work. When I come into the studio and these people come in to see us, they are tired. You can see it in their faces. And they're tired from helping people, trying to do what's right, trying to get the word out. People, you really got to stop and listen, because I'm telling you, if you don't have Jesus in your heart, you're really, really lacking a lot. Is that not right?
True that.
Definitely, and a lot of people think that they've just fallen so short, and the Word says that you have, but the reality is that God loves you. And a lot of times I'll talk to people and I just say, what the Word says is that He loves, and He calls it to rain on the just and the unjust, and that you are just as important to Him. And we all need Him, and hopefully what we do helps them realize that they need Him, and that they have a choice, and He's ready for them, and He will help them in so many ways. And He's done that time after time after time. I was born here in Jacksonville, and then in '77 I actually was up with Skinner at the very last show in Greenville, South Carolina, and so I had already moved. I was in Augusta then, and moved on into Atlanta right after that, and did more music and stuff. But I was able to be out on the road for 35 years. I have grandchildren come back, but there's been so much more happen here. And I love being in Nashville. I was there 22 years. But you could really see what God was doing. That's what a lot of people don't see. They think, oh, this, overnight success, all this other stuff. But there are so many believers in music. They are strong believers. Charlie Daniels is one of the strongest that I've ever met. But I'm just saying, it's because we still need it. And I know when I'm playing with people and they go, oh, of course you're great, you're professional. Yeah. Right? And I say, well, you know what that means? And well, what does that mean? I says, that means you got paid once. That's it. You change from amateur to professional the minute that somebody gave you a buck.
Exactly.
Right.
That is
right.
And it could be your grandma. It doesn't matter.
Right.
So we don't think of that as something special. We just think of it as an honor. Mm-hmm. And the rest is how we get honored. Mm-hmm. And I don't care, and I know Lulu knows that I'll get up and play with anybody. Right. And the worst situation I've ever gotten in, that was in a prison this last year. Everybody I asked what key they're playing in told me a wrong key. And I have to know, because my harmonicas are tuned to 440.
That's funny.
Right.
And so finally at the end, and I had worked up what key it was in and before it was through and stuff, and all. But I said, okay, what's going on? Because if I asked the bass player, he told me the wrong key. The keyboard player
They were all
told me the
different.
Right.
And what it was is that their piano was out.
Nah,
It was the
that's
electronic
too-
one. And so in order for them to all sound right, they had to tune
To the piano.
Wow.
And so it was like, really? You know,
But you know, just like Harley was talking about, overnight successes. The only overnight success is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
That's the only person I've ever known of that could ever be an overnight success. There's actually no such thing except for with Jesus Christ. He's the only one that'll come into your heart, take care of you, guide you, show you how to live your life, and show you how to have a happier life. But you got to take that first step yourself. Nobody can do it for you. We can all talk to you till we're blue in the face. And that doesn't matter. If you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. But I tell you one thing, once you do, you'll be glad you did. So y'all keep that in mind. Bruce, how about letting us know some of the bands that you play in here in Jacksonville? Because he plays in quite a few.
Wow. Good question. Okay, well, of course I work with.
I know them all.
Yeah, right. I of course, work with Lulu and Doobie and the Disciples of the South. Another group I work with is Foresight. Another group I work with, Hip Street. Then there's a reggae group that I work with, Mystic Vibes. I'm trying to think.
You're
okay.
also in the church.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Two churches. One church, St. John's Presbyterian Church, here on the west side. Oh, you know, right on Herschel, 4275 Herschel Street. This year, by the grace of the Most High, 20 years. Yeah.
20 years. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
20 years, and now for the past, just playing drums.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm playing for the last couple of years, playing the early service at Hendricks Avenue Baptist Church on Hendricks Avenue, San Marco. Yeah. And and it's so funny because we talk about it. I remember someone I was trying to talk to about this, and I and because I laughed at him. He's like, really? When I first started playing, actually playing. Now, and this is I love this because again I say God jokes. I was 18. I was 18, member of a Mennonite church back home in DC, and we put together, and it was a youth group, and we put together, a praise group. It was a trio. 18 years old, and we start, and from there, the pastor, he was the first African American Mennonite pastor there, and
That's wonderful. He was part of that.
yeah, and what's funny is like he became our manager,
Sure.
and spiritual advisor. Next thing we know, we're touring the Mennonite circuit,
Sure.
everything as a teens, and but anyway, now back, I'm here, and being here 20 years, I said, everything I said in life, it's a full circle.
Yes.
Everything comes back to to some point of your roots, your
That's right.
origins, and you know this
Yes.
yourself. And the thing is, I like I said, I've been blessed from the fact, even in the gospel circuit, when I was in churches, mega churches, I used to play back home. Got to work with it was a guy out on the West Coast, Steve Fry, who came through. Daniel Winans, would see the Winans all the time, and then here I was filling in for. I got to give a shout out to my buddy Mike Maple.
Gosh, yes.
Right, Mike was
What a
and right,
Yes.
and I love Mike, man, because Mike, this was '98. Called me and asked me because I play percussion, because that's what I did in the Navy. And I remember Mike asked me. He says, "Hey Bruce, man, would you be interested in playing with me at St. John's?" I said, "You want to play percussion?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah."
Sure, yeah.
And then I was there because I was filling in for a percussionist who was there. He was sick, sick. So I'm filling in the part. And then after a while, I remember Mike says, because I think he was there. I forget, it was a Christian contemporary Christian group he was going with, and he started running with Winona. Anyways, you know, he's like, hey man, you know, he said, here, you take the seat. I'm gonna go out. I'm like, okay, but I'll keep it warm for you till you get back. Cause I mean, I'm just happy playing percussion. He's like, no. He said, no, you got the chair. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep going. He said, man, I love you. Shut up. Take the chair.
Right.
He had that confidence in you.
Right. But like I said, 20 years later, but I was telling someone about it. It's like, I said, I keep saying, God got jokes. Everything comes back around in a circle of your origins, of your roots, of musically, what you do.
That's right.
And that's what I said. Again, I've just been grateful because in this whole thing, and now I'm back to what I'm doing. And it's like you said, went to school, got a scholarship, studied classical jazz and the whole 9 yards, and I've been fortunate to be able to play just about every genre of music there is in the world. And I look back, it's like right back in church.
Not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
Not everybody can just whip it out like y'all do either. That's why y'all are Hall of Fame people.
Yeah.
Because people have recognized that, and they know that. They know that you're good at what you do. And, there's a lot of great talent out here in Jacksonville. Things aren't like they used to be, so it's a little bit more difficult to get anywhere. But if you just keep your nose to the grindstone, keep doing what you're doing, keep moving your band along, keep changing your music, trust me, somebody out there find you if you're worth finding.
It's like what's that? The character Finding Nemo.
And if you're not, that's okay too, because you're practicing to become that kind of person. That's what they all do. That's what all the musicians do. We're all practicing, or they are all practicing to be somebody. I'm just practicing to take care of them all.
And really, when we started, we just loved music, and we kept doing it. And then people started, oh yeah, you're good,
Well, that's like now we've got the young ones coming in, and they're playing our music.
Yes. Because my first live concert was with Allman Brothers. So right here in town, that was with Dwayne and all them, and then played with a lot of different bands, and how you get thrown into stuff that you don't realize.
Right.
I remember when I talked earlier on a show about the Motor City tour.
Yeah.
And that started because we had a good PA.
Yeah.
You didn't have to necessarily.
It makes a big
it wasn't
difference.
That we didn't, wasn't good. We were, but
you had good PAs.
Yeah, and so the promoters wanted you out there.
Okay, y'all, we've got to take a break, and we'll be right back.
We're back with Getting in Tune with Lulu.
All right, y'all, we're back, and we're going to end our show here coming up. I really want to thank our guests, Mr. Bruce Royal and Mr. Coconut Harley.
Yeah, man. He's a man.
It's really been nice to have you on the show, and I hope y'all come back and join us some other time. Okay, in the meantime, I had mentioned to some of y'all, if you carry hatred in your heart, your life is forever altered. Okay, let me tell you what the meaning of that is. The meaning of that is, if you just keep hating everything, hating. I hate this one because she had on a better shirt than I did. She looked better than I did. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Get rid of that hate, because I'm going to tell you something. Love is where it's at, and you can find it all through Jesus Christ. All you got to do is let him in. Okay, everybody have a great day, and thank you so much. You guys have any, say bye to everybody?
Bye. God bless.
Y'all come back. God bless everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So here we are again.